Hey Sagittarius, this is Lisa from Soul Searcher Tarot, and I'm here to do your May of 2019 general reading. How is everybody doing today? If this is the first time to my channel, I thank you very much for checking it out. I do appreciate it. And if you've been here before, that is also so appreciated. I really do appreciate the support. Thank you so much. This is going to be a general reading for Sagittarius 2019. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but if you do like the reading, if it does resonate with you, I would love to hear from you. If you want to leave me a comment, I would really appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up, a subscribe, a share. That would be awesome. Okay, let me just shuffle up a couple more times, and then we will get started. See what story we can tell this month. Okay. All right. First off, we start off with the Justice in reverse, the Fool, the Upside Down Tower, and the Eight of Wands in reverse. All right, let's start with this. All right, Justice coming up in the reverse. She's like, there's somebody, I don't know if it's you, it could be somebody else, or somebody that you know, is showing unaccountability. They're showing that they're just like, not so much dishonest, but something might have happened. They might have done something, you might have done something, and you're not accepting the truth of it. Like, you're not saying, you're almost like, it wasn't my fault, I didn't do it. Somebody you might know doing that, or you yourself might be doing that. It might not have been your fault, but if the responsibility came to you, then, then it's something that you have to take responsibility for. But you did get the Fool, and this guy's going on a new journey. So maybe something that you're starting in your life is very new to you. So I don't know if you're going for a new job or new home, new relationship, possibly, maybe. But whatever it is, it's going to be very new in your beginning here. But right behind that, you have the Upside Down Tower. And this is when you don't want something to end, because the Tower is usually an abrupt change. It's like a very, quick, speedy, you didn't see it coming change. And whatever you're doing, you're trying not to make that tower flip. So you're trying to keep it upside down. You don't want something to end. And I guess that would make sense. I mean, if you have the Fool just got out here with his new journey, and then you got the Tower, which is going to end the journey. So maybe you don't want it to end. So maybe you got to do some, we'll have to figure this out. All right, now we got the Eight of Wands, and that came up in the reverse also. And Eight of Wands in reverse is kind of like, you're slowing things down. You're waiting. You're kind of like just, you're not, you're not trying to make this tower flip. So you're waiting. You're slowing something down to make that not happen. But what could we have? But I have no idea what it has to do with. And I don't even know that you would have no idea what it has to do with. Somebody not being responsible for something. Starting your new journey, not flipping your tower, and you're like obstructing something. All right, now you have the Queen of Swords. Now this could be somebody that you know, or possibly your own energy. Queen of Swords. If it could be, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. It's an air sign. But it doesn't have to be. It could be anybody. It doesn't have to be a woman. It could just be somebody with this energy. And they are very analytical. They're always looking at, like, they're cerebral mindset. So she's not putting her feelings out there. She's not going to wear her heart on her sleeve. You're not going to even know she has any. But she's very straight, direct, forward. So I don't know if this is you being this way, or somebody you know who's, having in your environment right now. Now this is the Eight of Swords, and she is feeling trapped. So either it's you feel trapped in something, maybe whatever goes on in this situation, you're feeling trapped, like you're like kind of stuck. A little powerless, maybe. I don't know if it's something that you've done to yourself and you put yourself in a situation that you can't really feel that you can get out of. I mean, she can, obviously. There's, like there's enough space between the swords if she wanted to just walk through, but this is a trapped feeling. So I don't know if maybe during this period of time when you were like waiting and kind of obstacles and you were trying not to make things happen, that you might have slowed things down a little bit too much and now you feel a little bit stuck. And then we got the Ten of Swords. Now, Ten of Swords is an end of cycle, but it's also feeling, betrayed, or that maybe somewhere along the line there was a defeat that went on. I mean, I don't know if you felt backstabbed or anything like that, but you definitely feel betrayed or defeated. Okay. Then the Queen of Cups came. Now she's all about emotions and love and, acceptance, and she wants everybody to feel, really good about everything. All right, so she's all about that. And she's very in touch with her feelings. Now again, I don't know if this could be you or just somebody in your environment. Look at the Seven of Pentacles. This is working hard and diligence and perseverance. So maybe after whatever went on here, where you were stuck and you were betrayed or defeated, you got this person in your company and all of a sudden you're starting to feel better about things. So you just started to work hard and maybe make a change for it. Then you got the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups came up in reverse. And this is being, like, now you're fearing loss. And you're fearing the unknown. Like, you don't know what's going on and you're afraid of it. Because maybe you've made a couple mistakes and you're not feeling very confident in what your abilities are. So you're afraid to do that and you're a little confused. But then the Seven of Wands comes up. And this is like defensiveness and perseverance, and you're trying to maintain control of whatever the situation is. And honestly, if this is your emotions, you are all over the place. I mean, this Saturday, I'm really wondering. You are completely all over the place. All right, so let me just see if I can go over this a little bit more. You were feeling, all right, somebody was being unaccountable. Then you were going to go on a new journey. You want to try something else. Okay. You didn't want the tower to flip, so you didn't want to stop something. And then you were going through a period where you were waiting and obstructing to make something not stop. I don't know what it was. Then you ran into this Queen of Swords personality. She's all analytics and no emotions. But in whatever the case was, you ended up feeling stuck. And you couldn't get out of something that you wanted to. And I don't know if it was a job. I don't know if it was a relationship. It's not a relationship. But it could be, a job or a situation. Could be a gym membership for all I know at this point. But then you got the Ten of Swords, and that's feeling kind of like, yeah, you got betrayed or you got hurt. You're feeling defeat. But then you have this person with all these emotions or all this love to give. So you ran into somebody possibly with, just a really good heart, and, they want you to feel good about yourself, and yeah, like a lot of compassion, offering a lot of comfort. That's what I'm thinking. It's like these are two polar opposite ladies. Again, she's not a nice lady. It's just that she's more about the cerebral part of her brain than she is about the heart. All right. Then you were started working hard again, but then you were afraid of what the outcome was going to be. So you were trying not to, you had a fear of the unknown, and you were feeling a little confused. But then you were trying to, push through and maintain control of what you had. Oh. And then you had the Five of Cups. And you had 5 and 3 got toppled over. Now, I don't know, you knocked them over. Somebody else came and kicked your cups down. But you lost 3 cups, all right? And you still have 2 left, though, but you're not paying any attention to those 2. And you're looking at the 3 that you lost. But I think you're not thinking about, okay, well, what I lost that, I could replace that. Even though you have these 2, it's almost like accepting what you have because eventually you can get this again. Was that? I think I tried this before. The bird in the hand is worth more than 2 in the bush. I don't know. It depends on how old you are if you would actually understand what that means, because I just learned. But you could always go refill these cups up again because your little castle's right over there. So it's not like, you can't replace it. But right now, you're not focusing on that at all. You're seeing just nothing because you're not even looking at the 2 cups. All right, all you see is those spilt ones. So let's see if I can clarify something. Then we'll see if we can pull up some more just to get a clearer idea of what goes on. All right. Ooh, okay. Spirit, can you tell me why the Justice is in reverse? Why is this Justice in reverse? Oops. Oh. All right. Well, the Devil came up. All right. The Devil is... This is almost like a bondage. All right. It's almost like inhibitions. Like you... or somebody you know, or somebody you're working with, whatever. This is like having a lot of inhibitions and things. You're... it's almost like, all right, like a feeling of bondage and your inhibitions, and almost like a darkness in your own psyche kind of thing. Whereas it can be, it could definitely be things like, bad habits or addictions, possibly, drugs, alcohol, but it could be cigarettes and Diet Coke. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be, but anything that, you feel like you can't get rid of or can't shake. But it could also be that maybe you're finally feeling a freedom too. Because the Devil can also be a card of being very playful, maybe too playful. It's like the old adage when you ever see they say that, what happens when somebody has a really strict childhood and then they go to like college or high school and they go nuts. That kind of feeling, where it's like you're just going to cut loose because you never could before. So it could be that. But that came out on top of the whole unaccountability thing. So that actually makes a lot of sense. So if somebody's unaccountable and then all of a sudden this comes up because they're cutting loose, they're just having freedom for the first time maybe, or they're just doing things that they wouldn't normally do. And that could be that, because then you had the Fool, and that was going on a new journey. But let me see. Why is the Tower in reverse? Spirit, can you tell me why the Tower is in reverse? Why would the Tower be in reverse? One more. Tower in reverse, Spirit. Oh. All right, well. You got the 4 of coins. And the 4 of coins is like being greedy or no, conservative. Like you're trying not to be spending a lot of money. You're feeling a little bit frugal. And, maybe because if you were doing a new journey, you needed to, after this whole unaccountable devil feeling, and you were doing a new journey because maybe you decided not to do that anymore. But you became frugal because maybe you didn't want that journey to end. So you didn't let your tower tip, and you're being just like, you're holding on to everything you have. Like you're not giving up anything. So maybe you're trying to hold on to that because you don't want to lose anything else. Because you're still on your journey and you want to stay on your journey, I guess. But then we had the Eight of Wands, and this is being all obstructable because this is all being obstructed because it came up in the reverse also. So you're not trying to let anything move. So let's see. Why is the Eight of Wands in reverse? Can you please tell me why the Eight of Wands is in reverse? All right. The Judgment card came up. And again, with Judgment, we know this is reaping what you sowed. And it's very possible. How does that work out? Let me just see. Are you judging yourself based on this whole thing that's going on here? Because you maybe went just a little bit like, hog wild. Or you got involved in the stuff that you should not have been getting involved in, and you know this, and you said it wasn't my fault, and that's why it was unaccountable. And then you decide to cut loose, and you're going to go on a new adventure, or a new journey. But some reason that was going to stop, and you didn't want it to stop. Whatever it is, you didn't want something to stop. You didn't want to give up anything. So that's why you were putting all kinds of obstructions in front of yourself. And then a Judgment came, and reaping what you sowed is right. Possibly, maybe you were just getting kind of what you deserve, or what you felt you deserved, or you were judging yourself based on what was going on here. Or possibly you were judging somebody else, but it actually feels like you were judging yourself. And then you have this Queen of Swords energy coming up. Like I said, she's not going into it with this emotional. She's like all about her brain and her analytics, and maybe you were thinking about it, and maybe that's what you decided to take on, that energy, and you said maybe you needed to. Because the more I look at it, I feel like you were having fun. You were just doing something, you were having fun, but maybe it was not in the best interest of you. And maybe you got a little bit judgmental of yourself because you needed to clear up and stop. Because that's how it's actually feeling like that. Almost like you were just partying. You were just having a good time, and you were going to continue doing it. But then something, something went awry here. I don't know exactly what, but then you got this energy, and you're like, stop. I'm not going to do this anymore. But then you felt like you were really stuck. And then you got to this part, and you're like, all right, you felt defeated. You felt, beaten down a little bit. So maybe, again, then this was somebody that that kind of came out and said, look, let's work through this. They were kind of being comforting and loving and just trying to get you through whatever was going on here. And then you started to work really hard for something because you really wanted to get something. But you were a little confused, and you were just afraid of maybe something that you didn't know what your future was going to hold. You didn't know what was going to come out of this. And so you started, fighting back, maintaining control. You're gathering up some stuff, gathering yourself together, and you're fighting hard for yourself. That's what it feels like anyway. But then you kind of feel like you lost something, and you're not looking at it as something that can come back to you. And it can. It absolutely can. So whatever you might have lost from this situation, you can come back. It absolutely can. It's just a matter you have to clear your head out, I guess. Let me see if I can get... Spirit, can you give me some advice towards Sagittarius May 2019? Some advice for Sagittarius in May 2019. Advice for Sagittarius, May of 2019. All right, we got the Strength card. This goes, oh, and the Star card. All right, so I guess that goes without saying. For whatever the situation is, you need to be strong for it. You're going to have to, maybe be stronger than you expected to have to be. Maybe you decided that you're just going to have to put aside any of the self-doubt or feeling that you've lost control of a situation or feeling stuck, and you got to work harder to get where you need to get. Man, I don't know where it is that you need to get or where you think you need to get, but you will. If it's you, you'll know. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Because then the Star card came up, and this is rejuvenation and joy and happiness. And so with a lot of the hard work that you're going to be doing, you're going to be able to kind of like pull yourself together with your strength, and you're going to get where you need to go with what you need to have. Okay? So if this resonates with you, please give me a like, a share, a subscribe. If you want to leave me a comment, I'd love to hear from you. And I hope you have a really great May, and I will probably be checking back somewhere in the middle of the month, and if not, definitely in June, okay? Thank you so much, and you take care of yourself.